This is H&W Masters Semifinal, a best of 3, the best paid tournament in 2019 thus far. Here you can see the prize pool. It's 14,400 for the winner, 11,800 for the runner-up. If you make it to the top 3, it's still 7,400, and all 4 remaining players have $4,400 guaranteed. We have 1 player ascending from each of the initial groups. Lin winning Group A, 1-0 runner-up of Group B, LawLiet runner-up of Group C, and Moon winning Group D. In the second group stage, the round of 8, we had Lin winning Group A with wins over 1-0 and Infi, 1-0 though, making it from the lower bracket semifinal, defeating Focus and Infi back-to-back. In Group B, it was a walk in the park for Moon, who's still undefeated in this playoff stage, and LawLiet, same run as 1-0 from the lower bracket into the top 4, and this is where we have our top 4 here. Lin versus LawLiet and Moon versus 1-0. This is what we will be presenting here today. And we talked about the 2 players a little before, both of course from South Korea. LawLiet a little younger, of course not remotely as old school as Lin is. Still no achievement, no single competition achievement for him, not the gold medals, at least a lot of success in team tournaments. And by the way, I am able to use watch, so spoiler free please, Remo. And yeah, with that being said, this tournament is newbie versus Moon, and we will get into the game right away. Last Refuge it is. Percentage-wise, it looks a little better for Lin, with around a 67% win rate here in all encounters between them. But Lin didn't do too well recently, and this is about if he's out of the slump or not, and if LawLiet can bring his A-game to the table. Well, I'm having some trouble to display the game, but now it seems to be working.
Yeah, our first map to start off on, Last Refuge, is certainly one of the better orc maps. We've here seen keepers struggle much more than on many, if not most other maps. There is an opportunity here to be able to force the keeper to remain level 1, and then having not to deal with any kind of entangle makes him a lot easier of a hero to go up against. So we'll see if Lin will be able to once again have such a strong early game as we have seen, for example, Focus do in the past, or if it is possibly LawLiet who has found an answer against this.
It is already a little switch up by Lin as he goes for the Blade Master first, not the fast year anymore that he displayed against Infi. LawLiet, that should come as no surprise, goes for the Keeper of the Grove with an Engine of War. Normal green spot creep here. What's the movement of the Blade Master going to be? At the moment, it seems to be meta to go for the shop and then go for the green spots to contest the Murlocs maybe if you can. And what's the tech of Lin? At the moment, no shop. Yep, it's 1 burrow into barracks. Tech that's pretty damn fast. And Lin is also using the grunt early on. So here it is. TP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sold. So, oh, little micro bug here as he has to go back. Man, he's wasting quite some time. Wait, did he repurchase the TP? Was that a massive waste of gold? He sold the TP, then bought a new one, sold it again, and went for a circle, if I saw that correctly. Oh boy, and a lot of time, of course. LawLiet close to level 2, 1 more kill is Entangle, and that helps a lot, but the Blade Master denies it for now. But yeah, only 1 more kill, but he did some good damage already.
Are under attack.
Grunt in the meantime is harassing this Archer. We do have a Huntress Hall follow-up. The Blade Master, is he denying yet another Murloc? Doesn't seem like it. Keeper just runs away. Should be able to clean this with Treants, though. They are expiring, but now we have Entangle. And with this movement, LawLiet still has quite some mana and is super close to the Orc base. And there's nothing Lin can defend this with, as the Grunt is in the north and the Blade Master kind of lost his tracks. Here's the first Entangle, not summoning the Treants. Oh,
under siege.
do you want to add something, or?
Yeah, difficult to do.
Yeah.
But Yeah, the Blade Master was kind of weird with that movement there and giving more experience to the Keeper than I guess
Players'
needed.
forces are under attack.
So not a perfect start here, honestly.
Yeah, maybe it's June Park showing nerves for once and not LawLiet. In their last big encounter at WCA 2016, the grand final, it was so one-sided it wasn't even fun to watch. Lin destroyed the up-and-coming Korean talent in his biggest match to date. LawLiet afterwards crying during the national anthem. Maybe pride and disappointment mixed together there. So here we have the next entangle, and Lin is seriously taking quite some damage on the peon and now on the grunt as well. It's kind of interesting to see LawLiet so aggressive as there's no expansion coming up. And that was a nice deny.
Players' forces are
Keeping the
under
Keeper
attack.
away from level 3, which is always the difficulty in early last Refuge games. No expansion. Attack upgrade pretty early on 30 supply. And now tier 2 is done for Lin. And whoa, this is a Spirit Lodge.
Yeah, for once he's playing it new meta. It's a Shadow Hunter with a Blade Master. It's a Spirit Lodge. Starting to look a little bit like the Huck build.
It does. And I wonder what triggered this. Like,
A town is under siege.
his early game wasn't that great. What makes him decide to go for this? I wonder. Maybe it's the low-level Keeper. We have no idea. Upgrades done. Tier 2 as well. This should... Well, maybe it's a delayed Alchemist as he's not level 3 here. In general, LawLiet's forces seem
player's forces are
very
under
small,
attack.
I think. Maybe the mover was a little late. Finally, Lin is able to get some creeping done. It's kind of normal these days that the Blade Master splits is over. For LawLiet, it should be pretty fine, as he's just trading experience and he's one level ahead. There's the Alchemist, but the Shadow Hunter on the other side with Serpent Ward first needs to creep up as well. So, very tame early game.
Yeah, and still no expansion. Is he playing this seriously one base? Like, Huntresses against Orc, you're supposed to have a base, an expansion at one point, but here's still just on one.
Yeah, also no double engine of war. Finally level 3. The Orc heroes both 1-1. Ooh, going on the high ground now. That's certainly interesting. Okay, he abandons this idea as a scout comes in. Once again, this Moonwell a little late. He queues another
forces are
upgrade
under
and the
attack.
Wisp is moving over. This should certainly be an attack into backup expansion. Actually, not going for either of them. But this is then the second typical Night Elf thing. Owning the consumables on last Refuge in the middle. Oh boy, that Blade Master play is so freaking greedy. Going Blade only for the Ogre without any mana point. Couldn't go into Windwalk. This could be a disaster. Wait, how is he supposed to get up
Players'
there?
forces are under attack.
My god, what... How can you be so greedy? Escaping with 55. Oh, interception as it seems. He will fight. Yeah, he will find him. Disentangle. This Blade Master should be dead. There's no heal wave as well. Oh boy, this looks really bad for Lin here. Can LawLiet capitalize immediately? The Shaman are coming in, 3 of them. Windwalk being used. Blade Master still down to 1/3. Is this the big chance for the lead for LawLiet? No big inventory as well. Yes, this big healing and nice armor on the Alchemist. But that's about it. I think that was a missed opportunity for LawLiet there. Maybe didn't realize the Blade Master wasn't here. The Shadow Hunter only level 1.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kind of a... Yeah, maybe that cost him the game in the end if he let the Orc heroes level. But okay, he's gonna creep Zack again. And of course, Lin has the high ground now, but not for the Shaman. Trying to go for the last hit. Whoa, Lin got it. And therefore the level 2 Shadow Hunter needs the heal wave. It's not skilling yet. It's not skilling yet. Poison swap, a Healthstone swap. Shadow Hunter is in deep trouble as well. The Treants are doing massive damage. The Shadow Hunter is trapped and dead. LawLiet backs him into the corner now, finally able to escape at level 3. Alchemist, the support hero, is dead. Lin has to disengage with the speed scroll right next to his own base. And LawLiet, he has 2 wisps here for more detonates against the backline. Heal spray coming in, protecting his front line a little more. Oh boy, Zeppelin play now by LawLiet. How important to steal that Zeppelin. Another kill. And he gets a triple surround on the grunts. And now Zeppelin plays signature LawLiet move. Now he crashes and burns. But whatever damage is done, Lin is plummeting to 35 supply. And almost canceling the healing, but Windwalk is ready. LawLiet now diving deep into enemy territory, but he's getting so many kills for it. With new entangles, with good right clicks. Damn Lin!
Players' forces are under attack.
That doesn't seem to be his game right here. Still 2 shaman. Okay, but oh my god, another surround there. He can purchase way out this time. Still 100 HP. Can reach for another entangle, maybe if he blocks nicely. Oh, purchase again. And this time it's a Zeppelin for Lin. But how big was the Zeppelin purchase from LawLiet?
Yeah, that was absolutely sick. Like, Lin thought he was safe being able to get out with the Zeppelin, but no, there was a wisp there. The hero wisp in the backline.
Keeper level 4 now. Blade Master sees the expansion. He has Nature's Blessing. So he does make his way over. And more hunts. He's still on 1 production building, so maybe there's time for Lin to catch up. But what does he even have? Like, okay, 3 grunts, 3 shaman. Shadowhunter is back as well. But this is so much time for LawLiet. Still 3 wisps here at the expo. Creeping at the same time. Maybe backs-up opportunity for Lin now. We do have the Hunter's upgrade, the Bouncing Glaives. But okay, creeping himself needs this level 3 and higher Shadowhunter. And both with the Zeppelin now. This... Oh no, the one crashed, sorry. Otherwise would have been... pretty interesting who got the better one. Who embraces 1 for the shop. Heal scroll. The inventory for the Blade Master is pretty okay. With +7 and the Gloves of Haste. Nothing too big on the Shadowhunter. So 14 supply lead now. Can the Zeppelin make up for it? The Shadowhunter is not level 3 yet. Blade Master level 3.5. Treant summoned into the backline. Here come the Wisp, but the Zeppelin saves basically all of them. Of course, they're missing in the fight, and the Wisp finds them again, detonating nicely now. Can he chew through this? Oh, hero focus on the blade. Oh, I was about to say no way out, but Zeppelin again ready. Shadowhunter level 3 finally. Grunts are falling, but also the Hunters. There's no dust, I guess. Blade Master about to die here. Heal wave last second. Zeppelin has to save him or evacuate him out of that fight again. Dude, this air carrier is saving Lin's game with insane Zeppelin micro. Of course, LawLiet is still far ahead with this expo running and the supply lead. But that Lin survives this is pretty surreal. 0-1 upgrades on the grunts, so they're a little sturdier. The heal scroll was very, very nice on Lin's side. He's trying to go for another one. Trying to break this expansion now. He has no raiders, of course. It's only grunts and serpent wards. Town portal home for LawLiet now. Wisps are coming in for yet another mass detonate. Can Lin save his mana army again? Oh, doesn't seem like it. Big TP in from LawLiet. Grunts are kind of melting against this big area of effect. And the throw protection coming in so handy in combination with the heal spray. Of course, both sides have healing, but the Shadowhunter is completely drained. No potion for him. This is very untypical for Lin. trying to get out with that Zeppelin once more, but these grunts are all about to die. Level 4 on the Alchemist. Keeper standing super nicely in the backline, and this is GG. Lin tapping out of game number 1, and LawLiet is 1 map away from his biggest accomplishment to date. But they started again.
Dude, that Zeppelin. I almost thought he was doing it there. That was so sick. And could that be a new way to deal with Wisps? Just have a Zeppelin?
Kind
Just
of.
load them up?
Yeah, I think you need insane micro with that.
That was some pretty insane micro, though, dude. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but how many players can do this except Lin?
Yeah, not too many. Not too many, absolutely, that's true. But I think he fought well. He fought back pretty well, considering what happened to the Shadowhunter there with that creep jack.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something on LR. I always thought this was a pretty good orc map, but when LawLiet plays this, it always ends up the same. Like, once the Shadowhunter comes out, the natural creep, the gold mine, the natural has been taken away. LawLiet always prioritizes this, stealing it away from the orc, because that's the best first spot to creep for the Shadowhunter, but that's not going to be there. So then suddenly it's not so easy to creep up on level 1, and LawLiet looks continuously for that aggression. You could see Lin there in the mid game struggling for really long to get up his levels. And yeah, LawLiet, I guess, left with too easy of an early game and then playing it just very well from there.
I do think so too. Very solid push. It was a little different than normal. Here we see the last seconds of the game. Again, the last decisive fight. It was a little different. No early expansion. No mass hunts. Just one base hunts and good creeping, good levels. And yeah, the first fight there. Lin was never really ready for fights, I felt.
Yeah, usually when we see this shaman play, it feels like, okay, you got 2 shaman out, you're going to be ready against this keeper, but yeah, I agree with you. It seemed like he didn't have the numbers, couldn't confidently go for the creeping in the mid game, and of course, at the end of the day, it comes down to those heroes. You need to have them up high level, but they just were not quite strong enough, even with so late of an expansion. That was like one of the latest Night Elf expos we've seen in recent memory. But still, good enough. Confident and calm play, it seems like, here from LawLiet.
Yeah.
Like, not breaking a sweat.
I think so too. He was very, very solid here. Not making any mistakes. Good movement. And no sign of nervousness, as you said as well. So, game is still under protection. So we join this a little later. But yeah, it's pretty impressive how LawLiet is showing up here. At least from map 1.
This game is certainly going to teach one thing to Lin, by the way. In the future, when he creeps that lab, first he's going to kill the damn wisp. First, kill the freaking wisp. But great presence of mind there by LawLiet, realizing, the weakness there. Was kind of cool how later on, with the Zeppelin being taken out, Lin also realized the weakness, using the Purge on the Zeppelin, killing it off, dizzying the hunts inside, giving all those kills to the Blade Master solo experience for him to finally get level 3 and get closer to level 4. Almost looked like a comeback there a little, but losing the Shadowhunter at any point basically almost always means GG.
Absolutely. I was so scared of Lin, like, this creeping with the blade at the shop, like, what the fuck? How greedy can you be?
Calculated, Neo, calculated.
Come on! That can never be calculated. I don't know if you saw his movement. Did he have any vision on LawLiet at that point?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, really.
That was seriously max greed. So, we're getting into map number 2. Match points for LawLiet. This is only a best of 3. And we are on Turtle Rock. And of course, it is close position. Let's dive right in to not miss any of the action.
Turtle Rock it is, exactly. In most tournaments nowadays, it is out of the map pool, but here in H&W Masters, we still have it. This used to be the nightmare Night Elf map for years and years against Orc. Always was a counter pick for the Orcs if it was allowed after the vetoing process. But there was a different day for Warcraft 3. There was a completely different meta. There was Raider Walker against Talons and of course Demon Hunter. Nowadays, we have the Keeper. Demon Hunter here was struggling hard because he couldn't do much with Ancient of War creeping. Only the first green camp and then, well, what do you do then? Keeper of the Grove not so reliant on Ancient of War. He's going to get the first camp, summon the Treants, and then he's going to be able to get level 2 with that. But if we think about the way from there on out, level 3 Keeper is always where we consider him to start hitting his stride, to be so powerful, so threatening. And that's going to be more difficult here. But guess what Lin is playing? Once again, like it was in the second group stage, on one of the best Blade Master maps. This is like the classic Super Pimp Blade Master map. He's playing a Farseer.
He is playing a Farseer indeed. Who would have thought? Well, on Turtle Rock maybe a little more likely than on some other maps, but it should be on paper so easily countable with a few wisps.
A player's forces are under attack.
But, well, one wisp doesn't kill the wolves anymore, so it's quite expensive in the end. How much damage can he do early on?
In the early, it's going to be much harder for the Night Elf to control the Farseer. One Entangle locks down all of the Blade Master. Well, unless he goes Mirror Image, but that's of course not a thing. Whereas the Farseer is always going to have his wolves. Keeper is going to be struggling to keep all of that controlled much more so. Farseer, though, always his biggest weakness, ever has been. He falls off in the late game. He falls off heavily. If you summon a couple of wolves every now and then, and maybe use level 1 or even level 2 Chain Lightning, against 50 to 60 supply Huntresses, with scrolls, that just doesn't do much. So usually, this hero is on a timer. Usually, you have to get ahead early and try to leverage that advantage into a win sooner rather than later.
You could, with close position, go into Wyvern and harass a lot and fast.
A town player's forces are under attack.
How do you think about it?
Especially Wisps here are going to be very exposed to that. That can be a scary idea, yes, but also seems risky to me because there's always going to be Ancients of War, there's always going to be Archers ready soon. By the way, check out the main here for LawLiet. He walled it off, not with an Ancient, but just with Moonwells and Altar and stuff.
Yeah.
He can never ever open up the main. He's never going to be able to get in here.
True.
Like with nothing. Archers can't get through it either. Ghouls and footies and stuff can pass, but Archers can't.
So if Lin realizes this, he can go Wyvern and click down the main. Or LawLiet TPs, but then he's stuck there as well.
Yeah, he actually could. And of course, all the Wisps have to leave right away, which makes him very exposed out on the map against Wolves or Farseer or whatever, Grunts. Oh, but I don't know if this game's gonna go so long. We have an AP coming up, but the Farseer, he's so close to seeing it. Oh no! Okay, the Grunt sees it. The Grunt sees it.
Right. Sneaky, a little life-esque by LawLiet. This will most likely not finish, but we do have quite a few entangles. Wisp is there against the Wolves. Only the Farseer is doing damage at the moment. Prevents the Grunt from attacking even further, and this AP is coming through. There's another Wisp in the north, maybe able to repair it. Again, Lin with the Grunt loss early on in the game, and this AP stands.
He's gonna have more Wolves though. He's got more normal damage. With more Wisps. Oh! Scary, but with the Wolves, yeah, he's got the damage.
But that took a Grunt, and half of the HP of the Farseer, delayed the creeping for the Farseer, and the Keeper's level 2.5. I, once again, like LawLiet's position, even though his buildings are kind of weird. Tech-wise, he's far behind, though, with his investment into an AP.
Yeah, exactly. Tier 2 finishing now for Lin. Going for TC second. 1 Bestiary.
Okay.
He's got more resources. 200, 200. Not spending them yet.
Bestiary Lodge. Usually, if you play Lodge, you play it with Grunts and focus on that, and you do not go into Raiders early. Town Portal out now to save this one Grunt, and this is kind of old school Night Elf at the beginning of Tier 2, right in the face of the Orc.
The Keeper really wants this kill. Is that gonna be a little too greedy? Peons now being loaded up into the burrows. Gonna be quite a bit of damage onto these Huntresses, which at the moment aren't upgraded yet, but the lot will definitely be getting cancelled. No saving this one.
That hurts.
But Lin keeps all of his units alive. The Grunt, which he TP'd for, will make it out, and here comes the TC now.
No.
Is he gonna go for the Stomp Lightning Shield stuff?
Or Chain Wave. We will see about that. So far, no skill point has been used on the Torrent Chieftain.
A player's forces.
LawLiet's forces here very hurt. Can't really re-engage too easily. But leaves one Huntress over there just for a bit of scouting. Farsteer did finally hit his level 2. And second hero, Alchemist, obviously.
It's Wyvern. At least
Alright.
one Wyvern. 2 for the harass, maybe. So how...
But again, this Wyvern can be so annoying in the main. You can't reach there. Just can't. I guess you could make a shop and eat up the trees. Oh, I forgot about Force of Nature. Right. He could open up the trees with that actually pretty easily.
Ah, we're so dumb.
Still forget about it.
Player's forces are under attack.
Maybe LawLiet forgets about it as well. We'll see. No, rather not. But yeah, this will of course force a retreat. And take a lot of time. So I actually like that first Wyvern, even if it delays... Wait, he's actually using the Wyvern to track the movement of his opponent, not insta-harass. So LawLiet knows what's up with the Wyvern now. Double
And
engine of
LawLiet
war.
again so aggressive with level 3 Keeper. I like that play. He delayed the Lodge. He knows about it. It's going to be a long time before there is Dispel against the Entangle, which is level 2 Entangle this time around. And Lin once again struggling to get anything going in the early mid game.
2 and 1. Still no spell point used on this TC. He has some decent damage with the Wyvern now, but it's only 1 going for the TC immediately. He does have Stomp to prevent some more damage. The Huntress is almost coming in for the kill. Can he reach for an Entangle? No, just a tiny little bird. But TC is out of that fight.
And the Archers have both been taken out. Windriders here are gone completely uncontested. Keeper actually... where is he? But I guess Alchemist and Keeper both might be able to deal with this. Alchemist always really good also against air with the Acid Bomb. Take damage over time. But that could have been certainly worse for Lin.
Yeah. It's kind of the theme of the series so far. Could have been worse for Lin. There's always dangerous situations. He somehow is able to get out of there. But LawLiet now with an Archer transition, or continues the Archer transition with Longbow's upgrade, makes it a little easier to stay alive. By the way, thank you very much, Arendal974 for the 2-month resub.
LawLiet continuing here to not take the foot off the pedal. Wants to find more kills, wants to pick up more units, or even heroes perhaps if he can. Farseer, of course, squishy hero. Doesn't have healing here, doesn't have windwalk, so needs to be always very careful with his positioning.
What was the stats again that you looked up before? LawLiet is 4-0 at the moment against Lin.
Yes. 4 game win streak, or 4 series win streak.
That is pretty crazy against the former best Orc versus Night Elf player in the world. Yeah, how is he getting levels now? He's still 2 and 1. I mean, it's not like LawLiet has a lot of experience himself, but good amount of archers, 2-0 coming, and another creep spot. Lin did nothing in the past 2 minutes, did he?
Now he's finding an opening though. The archers are left in the main basically, and now he can fight with superior numbers. Last hit goes to the Night Elf, if I saw that right. He certainly got the orb and the item, but the Hunters are starting to get picked off, and so might the Alchemist trying to transfer an item. Oh, the stomp was almost there. Lin, with the patience, finally finds an opening.
That was a nice comeback, but I think it's still kind of fine for a fight without like 10 supply. He got the big item. Did he get the ward as well?
Oh no, Lin got the ward actually.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
Can see
good.
it on the minimap.
It's on his side of the map anyway, but good experience. Gave him level 2 and more time to transition, I think.
Only the crystal ball here for him, unfortunately.
But
I think he's
finally
gonna
some
be-
levels. Finally he's getting 3-2. Has the Endurance Aura now, and Wolves too actually, not Chain Lightning.
Almost 3-3 here as well. Dude, I'm really impressed with Lin. He was under so much threat this entire game, but he just wiggled his way out of there, just barely holding on, and also, when granted, finding opportunities. Like, he's playing this super well.
Rated transition now. We saw End Snare finishing. It will come as a little bit of a surprise. At the moment, he's still banking at 50. He has a heal scroll. He has an invul. I like that a lot. Farseer is coming in for harass. Expansion now by LawLiet, but he's only building the AP now. Very careful.
Oh, Scroll of the Beast here found by the TC. That's really good. That's exactly what you want. You want burst damage, run in, stomp stuff, lightning shield even perhaps, take out all the archers, one after the next, boom, 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 and then there's no more anti-air, and then the huntresses might melt as well. So this item is perfectly going with that in synergy.
Yeah, we're actually on equal supply, which is rarely the case in Orc versus Night Elf, but I guess things are about to change. 5 Wyvern, 4 Wyvern, and the Scroll of the Reset could be a lot of damage. I don't see any Wisp nearby.
TC coming in, looking for the stomp against the back line. Alright, not hitting it too well, but seeing the Alchemist in the front now, has to use that healing potion right away. Wind Rider is very well microed.
No TP, no stab. He has to walk it off, and that will result in a lot of damage. Level 3 for the Alchemist here and a big mana potion. But how much does he have to pay for this? Purchaser coming in, Shadow Mal. Nice save.
A player's forces are under attack.
But the Storm gets the kill in the end, alright. We engage
But if
with
the
that.
archers are shadow melded, it's only 3 huntresses here. And here comes the Scroll of the Beast now. So much more damage on everything.
And the Grunts are finding the connection to the Archer, so does Chain Lightning. Oh my god, it's mass murder on LawLiet's side. He'll scroll now, but he's down to 42 supply, a big supply lead for the Orc, and he's losing more and more, even with the Wyvern not participating in this fight.
Lin's doing it, dude. Lin is playing one hell of a game here. He's fighting his way back into this and has the lead. If he cancels this Tree of Life, which he certainly will be able to, this game is looking really nice for him.
Yeah, especially
It's gonna be almost level 4 heroes as well.
Since he's expanding on the other side too. Still the Scroll of the Beast running. A little bit of a backstep by LawLiet, but this expansion is down. And there's the speed scroll to get out. Lin has nothing to worry about.
And these wolves are actually looking really good. And yeah, I have to agree with you. Where are the wisps? Usually the LawLiet always so good at bringing the wisps, not just against the wolves, but also against the shaman. And against the TC. Would have been so good here in this game. For once, perhaps, forgetting about him a little.
Level 4 TC, now level 2 Aura makes it so much easier to chase. Making his way to the shop to, I guess, finally get a dust. Heal scroll. Oh, yeah, and dust. Nice. Kind of rare also to see so many Wyvern surviving. Like, if an Orc is able to gather so many Wyvern, he's creeping up a storm with all their damage. And it was so fast how he got Red Spot and the middles.
Thank you very much, Thor Machine, for the 123 bits, and Juan for the 2-month resub. I love this TC in addition with Wyvern. Wyvern usually really fragile and have a tough time dealing their damage, just die too quickly, but the TC protects them with the stomps coming in against the ranged backline. This is all... It was really hard to put together, to make work, but now Lin has made it work. Here come the Wisps finally.
That stomp was sweet. Maybe a Chain Lightning against the Wisp. No, now they're coming in, and finally all the mana is drained on the heroes. TC kind of hurt. Maybe is surrounded with an opportunity here. Needs to go for another Entanglement. It seems trying to purge. Doesn't need the Entangle. It's the big invul though. Big damage potential here for Lin, I guess. But now with Poison Ivy, he's getting that second hero. And there's more killing potential, I guess. With the
Better
ranged
mana use
attack.
on the Alchemist. So many more spells. Is LawLiet just hero focusing his way back into this game?
That's a slow Orc army. Now this acid bomb hits perfectly.
A player's forces
And all of
are
a sudden
under
Lin is struggling again. But has an expansion. But it's scouted. Whew, what a game.
LawLiet with a couple of hunts left over here. Wind
couple at
Riders at the
5.
moment.
5 hunts and more Treants. He's close to 5 as well.
Lin can afford to give up the space. It's not like he loses this game once the space is gone.
He really wants to keep it though. Trying to go for the Alchemist, but he's rather tanky with that Ring of Regen and level 4 now. Is there anything to get out? He's still no staff, still no TP. Both players are playing such a greedy game. Level 5 keeper now.
Sort of feeling coming in. Still haven't seen a Chain Lightning over here. Once again, Lin trying to take out all the archers in the back. But dude,
so many
this is so expensive.
shaman.
This is so expensive.
He's losing so many shaman, and LawLiet was wise enough to leave the treants behind to wipe out the peon line. No income from this expansion. This will not pay off at all. Low supply fights all the time, but LawLiet seems to be in the lead now. Punching for the victory, punching for the grand final.
It's not over yet though. He's only at 40. This is a Huntress Archer army. Usually something you want to mass. 46 supply is not exactly mass. 44 as well on Lin's side. And the heroes are getting higher. The Farseer is pretty close to 5. And level 3 wolves are super strong actually. Unless they get mass with that they of course are not dead immediately. But if they survive for a little bit, they're really good. TC back now as well. He's not too far away from double level 5.
True. 60, 55% maybe on that TC, and there's still plenty to creep, but on the other side of the map, LawLiet finally bought
A player's
a
forces
TP
are under attack.
to be a little safe. He's not going for an expansion at all, pulling more wisps now, and is pushing into the base. No reinforced defenses on Lin's side. Might be the final fight, but as you said, supply-wise it's equal, and that's always good for an orc.
Only 2 archers here, by the way. Big stomp coming in. There's gonna be another one ready. You know, the damage on the TC, though, holy Christ! Invul has to pop that rather early. That's only 7 seconds. This is not the big one. Slow speed coming in. The TC will have to run away with that pretty soon as the Invul is over. And the TC, no entanglement there for a second. He tried to reach, but he's too fast with that scroll.
And Lin is turning this again, I think. This Chain Lightning to snipe the wisps in the early was so big as well. Now we have Wolves level 3 reigning. The TC is most likely surviving. Stop coming in. Alchemist for LawLiet. Dead. He just walks it off on the TC. Most likely getting another entangle in. There's still a TP on the Keeper of the Grove, but what is there to go home for? 27 supply. Okay, treants are here, but no way. LawLiet is leaving that game, and we have ourselves a deciding match 3.
That was a cool game, dude. That was a game between 2 of the best players in the world, back and forth. LawLiet was able to, well, fight his way back into that game. Lin actually with the unconventional strategy, smart Farseer play, and just outstanding early game and mid game plays by him to stay alive. There were so many opportunities to die in that early game, but he held on. Just barely.
And we waste no time at all as we are in the game now. We will show you the reaction of the players, most likely from the stream, as they have the cameras there. Oh my god. This is a little crazy here. This is already better than the WCA Grand Final for LawLiet by taking the map. But here we're gonna see the last fight once more from the Chinese stream with the players' camera on. Oh, actually, they are far behind, right? Oh, no. Should be the last fight now. Here we see the Chain Lightning in a second. The Wisp comes from the upper right. And I guess, boom, it immediately kills them. He got 1 detonate off, but Lin even microed the wolf so they didn't take any damage from it. That was fucking insane. And then Stomp. Invo Potion, everything was saved. And if the Orc Heroes and the Shamans have mana at level 5/5, what do you do?
Yeah. Super cool play, man. So unconventional. But it's Lin. He can play a wide variety here. He's proving once again. We're gonna have one more map. After this, which is going to be Concealed Hill. Thank you very much, Tyler's Wrath, for the 5 months. Warcraft 3 for breakfast. Thanks for all your effort, he says.
Alrighty. our pleasure, of course. So a little bit of a reaction, but not too much. Both stay very focused, knowing they haven't won anything. But that's about to change after the next map. We go full distance. We're down to a best of 1 between Lin and LawLiet. In game we are, and it is the decisive map is Concealed Hills. As I'm waiting for our game to start. Not to start, but to be displayed in OBS. And there we go. Let's decide this. Who will go to the H&W Masters Grand Final? Who will claim $11,900? This is so much money for only one map.
And what is Lin gonna play? It's not gonna be a TC first, we know that. But it could be anything else.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 remaining heroes. Late Master the most likely?
SH.
Alright!
SH, pity or what? It's time for the new Orc Hero combo, most likely. The Shadow Hunter has another upside that is you can bug the creep AI of the biggest creep on the map if you're fast and careful with that. So you can push the Ogre Lord, for example, here to the tavern and creep it pretty safe.
Yeah, you can even do it without Hex. You can just pull him out and then surround him in there with 2 grunts.
A player's forces are under attack.
But if that gets scouted, that is dangerous.
Yep.
And LawLiet is the master of creeping. He knows all the tricks. He knows all the in and outs. And of course, with Wisps, it's also pretty easy to look for. By the way, when the Altar of Storms was finished, it took like 2 to 3 seconds until the hero was started. I think Lin was really considering hard what to go for here. He's trying to hide the shadow in the back, but, well, no, the Wisp does see it. And will detonate and not give away any experience. We're starting off with Serpent Wards first. Serpent Wards plus Heal Wave, really strong build in the late game. Is the strongest once Shadowhunter is level 4. There the hero starts getting out of control. You want to try to get there as fast as you can, but of course it's gonna be a little while.
And piercing damage creeping against these turtles here, not the fastest for sure. Keeper is taking the time to gamble for the Tome of Experience. If he gets that, great start for LawLiet. Jump start to level 2.5.
Player's force
It's gonna be level 2 regardless here, of course. Is he gonna try to be level 2 aggressive already, is the question.
Shadowhunter is low. I mean, why not? Lin is again creeping so greedily.
Yeah,
And I guess he's finding him. Or, no, not taking the right turn.
Keeper is trying to go for the base as it seems, looking for the burrows perhaps, but now find a juicier target. Hello! Shadowhunter greedily going for the last hit, but gets it, gets level 2. Scroll speed is gonna wear off.
A player's forces
Cancels
are
the
under
healing
attack.
for once already. But yeah, the scroll speed saves his ass there. Oh, can he get an entangle range? Doesn't seem like it. Also, LawLiet, no backup here.
But if the Keeper invests like 250 mana or whatever, I think Lin's gonna be fine with this. He still has the TP, with which he can get out. Here comes the Entangle now, but needs treants as well. And yeah, he's gonna need another Entangle at least to force the TP. So, actually, Shadow's fine.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright.
Now.
This was way better than expected. We can still intercept him here in the north. Cancel another healing. But I guess he doesn't want the next entangle. He wants to save his mana. Just a few right clicks and that's about it. He's keeping the Shadowhunter away from level 3, not giving him the time to go for the main. For the gold mine there. And Hunters are coming. Tier 2 halfway done for LawLiet. Of course, once again ahead for Lin, but not as much as he was on Turtle Rock.
Keeper creeping up here bit by bit. And the Shadowhunter wants to do exactly the same, but LawLiet once again aggressive. Not gonna give him the space, not gonna give him the time, even if it means that he slows himself down. So, more treants being summoned. Here comes the Entangle. Might be worth TPing, yeah, that's what I thought, to save that grunt. Another Entangle would have been ready that in a little while at least. But that TP's gone now, and probably gone forever.
A player's forces
There
are under
is
attack.
an expansion in a interesting position for LawLiet. Bottom right. And the second crab. Once again, no tomb of experience. Pit Lord it is. But Brutalos needs to gear up, needs claws, needs gloves, needs levels, needs time.
Yeah, Linus needs to start power creeping here. Starting off with Howl of Terror first, as it seems.
The player's forces are under attack.
No thief here just yet. Wand of Illusion, always helpful. Using one right away on the shadow. And slow speed to get out of there. That Serpent Ward for scouting left behind was so crucial.
Yeah, absolutely agree. But forcing a fight against the low-level Pit Lord should be good. I think we go Beastery Totem this time. Third game and the third build by Lin.
I think
The
when you
player's
go
forces are under attack.
Pit Lord, you really want to go Totem. The Spirit Link on him just so super strong.
Yeah.
And also for the Shadow first. But of course, means it's going to be no dispel for quite a while. Every unit here is under massive kill threat, especially if the Keeper was level 3. Which he's not, however. He's close. One camp away. And once again, it's Lin here struggling to find, you know, stuff to do in the mid-game. But these illusions, so good now for his scouting. Knows about the Night Elf whereabouts. And knows LawLiet is once again coming in.
We have a new donation, by the way. Thank you, Muka117, €5. Yanis Canis, Human Player Pro. Not too much, man, but thank you. Whisper Scouting for an expansion here. Pit Lord is about to creep this. Illusion Scouting. Man, Lin has so much vision on the map. Ward here. Pit Lord Army here. Illusion here. He basically knows exactly what's going on.
Not feeling confident enough, though, to creep the natural. And this has been a lot of downtime now, where there was no creeping at all for Lin. Like, he got the first 3 camps around his main, and that was it. Because we're already well into the mid-game. He needs to get more camps under his belt.
Absolutely favors the Night Elf here, lower levels. As the Pit Lord needs level 3 and items, and the Shadow Hunter kind of needs level 4. Attack upgrades coming, second engine of war coming. And only Raider Walkers fall in.
Forces are under attack.
Keeper harass in the main. The one peon actually gives him level 3. Oh man. That, well, worked out perfectly for him. With a level 2 entangle now, he has kill threat on just the single units here walking out. This is gonna have to be dealt with. I guess you don't want to lose the Raiders just to that single annoying Keeper. But it seems like there's no way around it.
One more
heal wave coming in from the shadows, just barely saving this one. Okay, but a lot of investment. That was a heal wave, that was a disenchant as well. And only the Ring of Regen here, not the greatest for the Orc.
True. And still far away from level 3. Keeper is able to do this on his own with level 3. Another Entangle. Invests the Dispel. Oh, that's a TP. He just surrounds him like that with one end snare. Okay, but he bought the time for Expo and level 3.5 Alchemist. And he has a big invul and a heal scroll. Worth it.
And replenishment as well. That feels good if you come home hurt after a bit of an excursion. TP's on both players gone now. This is important to remember. A surround on a hero is gonna mean a kill unless there's an invoice. At the fountain now, the Orc heroes, Orc units I should say, healing up. The Drake carries the big item. The Shadowhunter is coming back from the main. Still not level 3. He's gonna have a tough time getting to level 4 this game. He's gonna hit level 3 though at least, and so will the Pit Lord it seems. This camp grants a lot of experience.
Yeah, but also takes forever. LawLiet going for the biggest camp on the map. Let's see what this Drake is offering. Level 3 for the SH, as you said. Rune Braces, on the other side. Legion Doomhorn. Oh yes, baby, that's what you want. More movement speed.
Lin is rich though. He's got 700 gold already. He can sell those bracers or keep them if he really wants to. Expansion coming up. He's trying to counter expand. He was missing the heal scroll, right? Heal scroll invul. Suddenly he's not that rich anymore. And LawLiet sees, okay, the fountain was just taken, and this expansion is certainly going to be
Player's
cancelled.
forces
1-0
are under
upgrade
attack.
is ready. He has one heal scroll, I
town
guess.
is
Yeah,
under
and the big
siege.
invul. Getting a protection scroll now, and he just clicks it down easily.
Lin coming home for defense, not going for the counterattack towards the expansion, has to keep his main safe. Looking for the reach around here. The Huntresses with the glaives, upgraded glaives, quite a bit of damage here towards the burrows as well. And now we begin with the level 2 Serpent Woods, very strong against these Huntresses. LawLiet wants to take out the bestiary.
Yeah, and then I think he can TP out after getting some burrows here. Production building and 2 burrows, absolutely worth the trade. And will he get it? Damn it, it's gonna be close.
Oh my god.
11 HP. That was big. That was
What?
big.
But Lin didn't lose any army. He's still at 50 supply.
He can go immediately for the counterattack.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
going for
must
pillage.
go for it.
And he's got the TP. He knows the TP was just used from the opponent, so it's gonna take him a little... Wait, how many raiders do we have? 2 raiders, 3 grunts. Unlikely that he can
Player's
just
forces
snipe
are
the
under
tree.
attack.
Double heal scroll. Yeah. And LawLiet is ready. Oh boy. Then it's just in quotes the second Drake spot. Which is of course nice. But LawLiet is mining. For a long time with 2 bases now. Expansion attempt number 2. Item is again the Rune Braces.
Not lucky with these at all. There were so many good ones to pick up. None found. The lab creep is still left for the big consumable. Oh, the Huntress ambush. He doesn't see him here in the Shadow Mountain. Here they go. Will the Shadow Hunters surround? Possibly right away. He blocks himself in. Uh-oh, with that ward. Yes, TP. There's no other way out of this.
That was nice. Comes out of the shadows and forces the TP. That's more mining time, more time for upgrades. He is 2-1 already. Then he can just mass and get mass items.
Yeah. Has 1 heal scroll already. And the Greater Invul still remaining. We have only 2 camps left on the map. Pitlord would love to grab 1 more for his level 4, which is also a considerable upgrade. And the Shadow Hunter as well. Oh man, if he got the lab, that would have been double level ups. But guess what? That's exactly where LawLiet is. And it's gonna claim it for himself.
Ooh, that's not too bad either. Getting closer to level 4 here. Both heavy on the merchant, like using so many resources on these items. 12+9, never bad. More experience, always good. We have 1 heal scroll, double invul. He knows that LawLiet is going heavy on hero focus this game. Again, the Scout Serpent Ward, I like that. But here we have the next fight.
Couple of kills and we have double level ups here for Lin, which will mean a lot. Whistler here once again for the detonates, but not hitting too well just yet. Coda moving forward, gets off the Devourer. That's going to be 1 Huntress out of this fight. He'll scroll on the Orc side. Used just there a second ago. Pitlord in front, dropping low, but has that invul still remaining. Where are the level ups? Isn't he getting the kills? It seems like he's not actually, and the Pitlord now has to use the invul. Get out of that entangle. Everything's dropping low for Lin. It's dropping extremely low. He has to fall back to the main, run away with that slow speed.
The heal spray was so important with the lack of heal scrolls at the end of that fight. Still having this healing. It's so hard for Lin to break through this mass sustain, this mass healing that LawLiet always has. And look at this. This army is bruised up, bagged up, about to die. Alchemist throws in another acid bomb, but is a little in danger. But here comes... Uh-oh! There's only an invul for the Shadow Hunter. Might be forced into it right now. The Dispel comes in time. Can't reach. Saves the consumable. Spirit Link reapplied, but everything is still so hurt. Speed scroll to get out.
Keeper too far away to reach. Couldn't get out the entangle. And dude, this
Pitlord
Legion Doomhorn is so good.
Yeah. They're still not level 4, and now the healing gets cancelled. It's to use another heal wave. This is LawLiet with 1 foot in the grand final. Biggest accomplishment in 3 years for him then. But maybe with the back against the fountain, finally the double level up.
Double level 4s, it's a big increase for everything, but this is a scary Huntress army. The scroll of protection being partly dispelled. The heroes are still standing strong for Lin, but what about the units, man? Everything is dying, dropping down. to 47 supply now, and the Shadow Hunter getting focused again. Has the info, has to use
No
it.
TP. No
He's just,
TP.
he's just
Nothing.
sticking this around. He's just holding it. He's just holding it, and that's GG. That's it, LawLiet. Finally again makes it into a grand final.
5-0 win streak against Lin in the internal newbie battle. LawLiet prevails for once in a big match. He has the nerves. He's not doing the mistakes. He's just starting nicely and goes all the way through with this. That was a very, very, very solid series by LawLiet. Couldn't really handle the Wyvern in map number 2. But that was kind of an exception with the map and the starting positions and everything. The best result in 3 years for one of the community's favorites, the Master of the Warden, is in the grand final, top 2, $11,800 guaranteed.
Well deserved for him there, playing this really, really well, especially knowing when to be aggressive almost always. On the second map, perhaps sometimes a little bit off, but also credit to Lin for playing that there so well. But that's the key, I guess, for orcs nowadays. The heroes have to get out of control, and with the Blade Master and the Pit Lord both, it never really happened. Not in time anyways. LawLiet not allowing this. And now standing in the finals, waiting for his next opponent.
And that is going to be either the best Night Elf in the world or the best Undead in the world. Moon versus 120. It is Moon versus all of Newbie here today. That was for certain as the playoffs started. At the moment, he seems to be pretty dominating. 4-0 in the round of 8. 120 was struggling a little, but also at W League, it was Moon winning, right? Did they play there? Actually, I'm not 100% sure. They played so much. Ah, no, it was versus TH, where he lost. But this is going to be exciting. This is most likely the best micro in the world. This is the genius of Warcraft coming in, the 5th race, and the biggest talent that this game has seen in forever as well. Can't wait. We're waiting for the Chinese stream to catch up a little to see the reaction of LawLiet. But they're still quite some time away. But what a nice strike this was to kill Beastery. So Lin can't really go for a hero focus. An absence of hacks. There's no mass and snare. And of course, keeping him supply stuck while the expansion wasn't really running. So jump onto 60, 65 supply and then go for the kill. Really well timed by LawLiet. All of that.
Yeah. I felt like he just was reading that game perfectly. Like, when to apply pressure, when to fall back, how to slow him down, and at the same time still get your own progress, how to use the Keeper of the Grove, how to get the levels with the Alchemist when required, and of course, then have all those hunts. If you want to see it 2 to 1 dimensionally, it's like, well, he's just making hunts and expansion. Yeah, but there's a lot more that goes into it. You have to know when to be aggressive. You have to make sure these orc heroes won't just carry by themselves in the late game, which we've seen plenty of times, by the way. But LawLiet didn't allow it. Just too smart. He seems to have a firm grasp on this matchup at the moment.
I think so too. And don't want to brag or anything, but do you remember when I asked Remo, who's your money on? You said, yeah, Lin. I said, LawLiet. You know, just to put it out there somehow.
That's good news. That's good. I'm glad for you.
The one joy in my life. Yeah, we can see how Lin is trying his very, very, very best. I mean, for him, still $4,500 is pretty nice. And of course, the chance to boost that up in the game for 3rd that he will be playing tomorrow as a little warm-up.
Wasn't too far for him to travel either. I think he lives somewhere up there around Beijing, right?
I don't know, man.
I believe
He's
so.
in Chengdu, I think.
Oh, really? I thought he was in the north. Okay, never mind then.
I'm not
with his wonderful wife, who's probably there as well. But yeah, he's going to have another game tomorrow. The 3rd place decider match is going to be played out as well.
Here we see the decision with the Shadowhunter being so low. Last Refuge, basically, the health fountain but there wasn't enough healing, even for an orc who you should never fight at a fountain. LawLiet made it work. To be fair, Huntress regen quite a bit as well from this. Save heroes in the back, always good mana, good focuses. This Shadowhunter was just way too low basically throughout the entire game. Waits the 7 seconds, uses good Shadow Melts as well to not feed too much. That was, I think, the key in the second last fight there. Not just, like, not losing too much, not giving Lyn the experience. And yeah, that was worth waiting for, I guess. We go into a little break. And then the second semifinal of the day. Moon versus 120. Stay tuned.